Helping her sister with her homework, Sharifa doesn't let the trauma of the past few weeks show. Her injured left ear is hidden under her veil. Sharifa survived a suicide attack on an education center in the west of Kabul on the 30th of September.
Here are my friends. Fatima is dead. Sabina was hurt. And this is me. When we took this picture, we thought that once our college entrance exams were over, we wouldn't be able to see each other. We took this photo as a souvenir, but now I can't look at those pictures anymore. It breaks my heart.
Sharifa and her classmates were taking a mock exam when a suicide bomber burst into their classroom and blew himself up.
The exam had started. I had answered about 10 questions when suddenly I heard gunshots. I hid under the table. I don't remember what happened next. When I came back to my senses, everything was on fire. The classroom wall had collapsed and everyone was running around.
These videos posted on social media show the scale of violence. All of the victims of the attack were Hazaras, a Shia minority in Afghanistan. They have been a regular target of Sunni extremist groups in the country. A day after the attack, dozens of Afghan women took to the streets to protest against the violence faced by the Shia minority. The Taliban fired warning shots in the air to disperse them. Zara was one of the demonstrators. She is here to pay her respects to Marzia, who was killed in the attack.
Marzia dreamed of visiting Paris. Marzia was a free spirit who dreamed of being able to walk the streets peacefully at night. Walking peacefully down the street is a very simple wish, but none of her dreams came true.
Zara survived a similar attack in 2018 and she refuses to remain silent.
We have a responsibility. 4 years ago, I lost my friends in a similar attack. And again, this year, we lost students like Marzia. Maybe these protests won't have an impact. Maybe they won't stop the genocide of the Hazaras. But it's better to raise your voice instead of remaining silent and tolerating the unacceptable.
This education center in the heart of Hazara majority town of Tasht-e-Barchi is closing down. Since September's attack, the teachers here are scared.
There were 2 classes here. Hundreds of students who have gone through these classes have been accepted into different universities in Afghanistan. Due to security issues, we're forced to close this institution and destroy all the classrooms. 10 days ago, this place looked like this. This is a photo taken by one of the students who studied in this class. But today, everything is in ruins.
800 students attended this school. Despite the risks, no security measures were ever put in place by the Taliban authorities.
Education is the only and last hope for the Hazaras. Because we are a minority in Afghanistan, we have no power, we have no weapons, we have no other resources. The only way out is through knowledge. If the situation continues like this, we will go back 100 years.
The Hazara population has been discriminated against throughout Afghanistan's history. Since 2015, they have been on receiving end of repeated attacks by the local branch of the Islamic State group. One frequent target is minivans that serve as public transport in Shia majority towns.
A vehicle last year exploded right in front of me on the road. Thankfully, I wasn't hurt. I was really afraid. We minivan drivers don't have a lot of work these days, but still, we're careful not to pick up people who look suspicious. When we park the vehicle, we don't leave it alone. There's always a guard watching over it.
The passengers are also tense.
I'm stressed. I'm worried that there will be an explosion or that a suicide bomber blows himself up. In this district, there are more attacks than anywhere else, so we're always afraid here. When you go out, you don't know if you'll ever get home alive. These days, it feels like being Hazara is a crime.
Taliban authorities have pledged to protect minorities, but Hazaras still live in fear, as they did under the previous Afghan regime.